Deal is a journey. In a sense, it's like driving a car. When you get your passengers on board, and then you drive them somewhere they want to go. Before you go on your deal journey, it's better to get yourself a good roadmap. In this video, I'll show you how to customize Pipedrive's deal pipeline for your typical real estate deal. And so you'll know just where you're going all the time. Log into Pipedrive from now on, you'll see this dashboard. This is the Deals page. You can also get here by clicking Deals from the toolbar up top. Or, alternatively, you could click the word Pipedrive at the upper left, because the Deals page is where Pipedrive starts you out. This is Pipedrive's standard real estate deal pipeline. As you can see, it includes stages for property evaluated and property listed. So it's targeted at seller's agents, otherwise known as listing agents. Most new agents start out primarily as buyer's agents. We're going to make some modifications to this pipeline. First, let me say that if you want different pipelines for different types of deals, you can click up here on Pipeline Settings, which takes you to a page called Sales Stages. For additional pipelines, you can click on the green Add New Pipeline up here on the top. Now let's take a look at the deal stages, with an eye toward customizing them for a buyer's agent. That there's no stage for winning or losing the deal, because in Pipedrive you end deals by dragging them to an area called Deal Won or Deal Lost. We'll get to that later. Now, let's customize these deal stages to make them more specific to real estate. First, let's click on Pipeline Settings again. We'll get to a page titled Customize Sales Stages, with the 5 generic stages below. Before we customize, let's talk for a second about the standard stages in a real estate deal. You may want to change this later if you prefer to do things differently, but for now, let's use the stages Prospect, Meeting, Showing, Deal Signed, Escrow, and Closing. Real estate deal, you'll first learn about the prospective client. So the first stage here, currently titled Lead In, I like to call Prospect. You'll notice that Pipedrive starts all your new contacts out in the initial stage, whatever it happens to be called. To change this title, click on the name of the stage, which is highlighted in blue, and you'll get this pop-up box called Edit Stage. I'll change the stage name to Prospect, simply because I like that better than Lead In. Now, let's talk about a couple of special features Pipedrive has. To help you forecast future earnings, it's a good idea to set a deal probability in this window. So pick a number between 1 and 100, depending on how confident you are that the deal will advance to the next level. The longer you've been selling real estate, the easier this will be. But for now, just go with your gut feeling. So, you'll want to turn on the Deal Rotting feature by clicking here. That will enable Pipedrive to show you visually whenever a deal needs serious attention. You get to decide how many days of inactivity it takes for a deal to start rotting, and you do this by stage, because you can expect different stages to take different amounts of time. For the prospect stage, I suggest you put down just 1 day, because for residential real estate deals, I think that most prospects would like to hear back within 1 day of reaching out to you. After that, just hit save. Contact made. This is fine if you're comfortable with scheduling showings via email, phone, messaging, or social networks. But I like to change this one to meeting. Seeing the prospect face-to-face is the best way to establish trust, and you're going to be meeting her in real life anyway when you show her properties. So I'll change this second stage to meeting. Let's say for now that I'm 80% confident that most clients will continue showings. For meeting, let's try to meet the client within a week, so we'll put 7 days for deal rotting. Since we're tweaking this for a buyer's agent, let's click on Property Evaluated and delete it. Down here at the bottom of the Edit Stage box is a red X. You can click to delete a stage. Then you get this red pop-up message asking you whether you're sure. If you are, and I am, click Yes, delete this stage. I'll go through the exact same process for property listed and delete that too. you'll show properties, the third stage, showing scheduled. I'll call this showing to indicate that the client has actually seen some properties. Assign it 60%, and let's give it 14 days. Since it may take more than one showing before the client finds what she wants. But we do want to keep moving things forward. Sooner or later, you want the prospect to sign a deal, and when you do, that's deal signed. Let's change proposal made to deal signed, and give it a 50% chance and a 14-day rotting period. As we know, in real estate, a deal isn't done until the closing. While you're getting the final details worked out, like the disclosures, you'll probably have the client's money in escrow. So the next to last stage is escrow. I'll change under contract to escrow and give it an 80% chance and 14 days. And finally, the buyer and seller finalize everything at the closing, so we have closing. We're going to need one more stage for the closing. To add a stage, click on this green Add Stage button. Then you'll get a pop-up window like this. Type in the stage's name right here. Set the numbers below. We'll use 90% and then 2 weeks again for closing, in this example, and hit Save. Now you have a basic real estate pipeline, which you can use to track your deals from the time you get a prospect all the way through to closing. Just one more thing we also have to learn before scoring deals won and lost. And we'll get to that in the next video. See you next time!